Hello, I'm Samo. I blog FM at fmsamuel.com. I podcast about FM on the One More Game podcast, and now I guess I YouTube FM right here too. Thanks very much to everybody that watched the first video and has subscribed off the back of it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's really short and to the point review of Season 2 with Vitória in Portugal on FM19. So a look at the league table then for this season. Porto romped home to retain the Primeira Liga title, finishing 4 points better off than they did last season. The media predicted a 4th place finish for us this season. That was 1 place above what they did last season. The board wanted Europa League qualification and we managed to finish 3rd again. However, it was 25 points off the top of the table this season compared to 20 last season, and we lost an extra game compared to last season as well. So a slight regression season on season, but 3rd was still deserved. Look at Sporting languishing down in the bottom half of the table. Shocking season for them. We got 9 points from a possible 18 against Os Tres Grandes this season. 2 wins over struggling Sporting. A great win against Benfica for the first time in the save in the second half of the season, but Porto were dominant, including smashing us 4-1 at the start of the season. Our league finish last season took us straight into the Europa League group stage this season. PSV, Midtjylland and PAOK, 3 wins and 2 draws against those 3 sides was enough to see us through to the knockouts. Where I knew a 1-0 home win against Everton going into the away leg wouldn't really be enough for us. Out we go, but a relatively positive first European adventure for the club. We fared a little bit better in the domestic cups this season compared to last, including a run to the Taça de Portugal semi-final. Benfica knocked us out of both of the competitions though and would go on to win the domestic cup double. Their Taça de Portugal semi-final win was a capitulation from us as we led 4-2 going into the second leg, but fell to a 91st and 93rd minute double from Dani Olmo. I'm still struggling to get over that one, to be honest. This season saw me move away from the original tactic that I'd put together and showed you last season and move to this, a 4-1-2-3. I do still want to move back to the 3 at the back with wing backs at some point, but this style of play kind of saw our early season poor form massively upturn and basically led to that 3rd place finish that I showed you earlier. I'm a big believer in keeping it simple with instructions and also in the roles selected, and the attacks are much more varied now in comparison to the previous formation, while the left-footed player in the inside forward role on the left has been an inspired choice from me. I do plan on writing about that at some point in more depth very soon. Now look at the players this season then. So Rafa Suarez was still a standout on the left hand side of defence, even when I moved away from the wing back system that he performed so well in last season. He didn't score as many, but he did still provide 11 assists, which is a little bit down from last season, but still a very good return for a player who's now our most valuable at the club at £6 million. Fernando Cardozo arrived in the summer for 600k from Olimpia in Paraguay and finished as our top scorer with 16 goals, which is not a bad return at all for a very young player in his first season in Portugal. Good finishing, good composure, and very speedy as well, which I quite like in the players. The star of the season though was a loanee from PSG in the aforementioned inside forward role on the left hand side, and that is Georgi Arabidze. He scored 12, assisted 6, and was dangerous every time he got on the ball. Incredible dribbling ability, good flair as well, which is obviously kind of important sometimes for when he's on the ball, and good crossing, pace, not bad finishing, but kind of underpins his 12 goals this season. If you want to read more about my 4-1-2-3 formation, I've put a link in the description to my blog post on it below. Season 3 sees us venture into the Europa League again, and maybe, just maybe, we might win a trophy. Hopefully you'll join me again for that soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.